10 reasons why it's awesome to be a Catholic Christian. Access to the sacrament, especially the Eucharist and confession. As a Protestant, I had never even heard the word sacrament or known what it is. Since becoming Catholic, communion finally makes sense to me. It never did before. Growing up, I never understood confession either, and I thought it was a weird tradition as I only saw it being portrayed in a bad light and mocked in movies and TV shows. But I've come to appreciate and value the sacrament more and more the longer I'm Catholic. The first time I went to confession felt uncomfortable, but it's also a practice you grow into. I've since felt a beautiful sense of peace after one of my confessions, and I think it's a great opportunity to grow in the virtue of humility since you are confessing your sins to another person. History. As a Protestant, I was cut off from large parts of history without being aware of it. There were the biblical times and the times after the Reformation, but there was this huge gap of time which seemed to be ignored. As a Catholic, there are no more gaps. History is not ignored, and I can learn church history in its entirety. Saints. As Catholics, we have so many wonderful Christian role models we can look towards for inspiration and guidance. Guidance, resources, and answers, and the fullness of truth. Really, the search for truth led me into the Catholic Church. I finally have answers to questions I've always had and things that didn't make sense to me. And if I don't know or understand something, the Church and its great theologians throughout its thousands of years of history can give me the answers I'm looking for. So it's not just me and my Bible, and I don't have to figure out everything by myself. Richness of devotion. The Catholic Church is like a big treasure chest which offers a wide variety of beautiful devotions and prayer traditions and practices, which I've grown to appreciate, such as novenas, Lectio Divina, chanting, the Rosary, and the Chaplet of Divine Mercy. Access to the entire Bible. Did you know that the Protestant reformers removed books from the Bible which didn't align with their own theological views? These include the deuterocanonical books, such as the Book of Tobit, for example. As Catholics, we have access to the entire Bible, which is of course a great privilege. Most biblical. This is something that my husband and I notice again and again. Catholicism is the most biblical of all Christian denominations. Catholic teachings align with the Bible and make sense. Nothing is left out or glossed over. The Bible is actually taken seriously, and the teachings over time are consistent with the Bible. I could give you example after example where we notice that only the Catholic Church still defends the biblical teachings. For example, you can look at the Eucharist and the very clear passages in the Bible. You can look at the topic of divorce and remarriage. You can look at the topic of salvation. So we have found that only the Catholic teachings are consistent with the Bible and make sense. Stable and clear authority structure. Catholic Church is the church that Christ founded, and it has lasted and endured the test of time. Also because it has a stable and clear structure with the Pope, bishops, and other clergy. Have you noticed how many different Protestant denominations there are? In Protestantism, it's kind of like everybody is their own Pope. And when you don't like a teaching, you don't like the pastor, or you don't like the people at your church, you just start your own church with your own teaching. So church splits are extremely common. That's not very unified. Joining the Catholic Church can be a very humbling experience, since you have to let go of a lot of pride and false preconceptions. But it's also a step towards unification. Beauty. There's a lot of beauty to discover in Catholicism. The first time I really noticed the beauty of Catholicism was when I was in Munich and came across a beautiful chapel and was fascinated by the beautiful Catholic graveyards. But there's so much more, such as the many beautiful churches around the world and the artwork, thoughtful traditions and practices. In Catholicism, there's so much to learn and to discover, such as the many thoughtful and ancient traditions and practices. Even in the Mass, from the clothing the priest wears to the different things done and said, everything seems to have a deeper meaning and purpose.